how long records of Christian missions go missing and then they are declared into a government property. This is the matter which we will be discussing today. An alarming situation is visible right across the country where the mission land becomes a government land and records go missing and resurfaces as leased lands. I am citing a similar example. This is in village Dagadkhedi. Farmers of Bhagwanpu, Tehsil, Distt, Khargone, Madhya Pradesh in India are facing a similar problem. This is a tribal village and the land documents are available with them. The farmers of Dagadkhedi have land ownership documents right from 1975 onwards and also even earlier. For decades, government departments have been accepting these documents. Based on these very records, the farmers have cultivated the land, taken agricultural loans, bought seeds and fertilizers from cooperative societies, and carried out revenue-related transactions. Now their land has become a government land, where an industrial land is proposed. The leases of the same land are being given out to the industrialists over there. The land will be mortgaged to banks. Huge loans will also be given to industrialists. And when the farmers asked for copies of the documents, all the land records had gone missing. No government office was able to trace where the land records are. The farmers are protesting. Of course, let them keep protesting, because today's protests have no value at all and they carry absolutely no weight. The most concerning aspect of this entire matter is that a legal solution already exists under the government's own laws, but they are not willing to abide by it. Exactly similar game is going on in Chhattisgarh. There was a notice given to us that Gas Memorial Playground, the lease has expired and hence it will be turned into a government park. I had the opportunity of researching on this particular aspect. I did delve very deep into the matter and I have found out that Chhattisgarh state, now Chhattisgarh, that time it was Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, the land across this Chhattisgarh state was bought by missionaries. And what I have found out was that 15,440 acres of land was purchased by missionaries over here, and the land records are available. And there was a list in 1948 before independence which was made. Some lands appear in that list of 1948 that was known as the concurrent list, and in 1950 when we got our freedom, the same list was given to the Indian government as this is the land belonging to such and such person. The list has become property of the Indian Parliament, and then based on that list in 1956 and 57, the land records were regenerated and put up in Khasra numbers. In 1956 to 57, many of these lands, as per my recent research, I have not been able to go very deep into it, but then some lands are appearing as privately owned property. I talk of Gas Memorial Ground, under which the litigation now is under progress, that this land has been declared as a leased land. And then they have the temerity to declare that the lease has expired and hence the land will be taken away by the government, though the lease deed has a very clear-cut clause which says that after 30 years of the expiry of the lease will be renewed. So this is the game which is being played. It is our own land given to us. We are the sole owners, as it has been purchased by the missionaries. That has become a government land. And then it is leased back to us. And then they are telling us that after 30 years your lease has expired, so you kindly vacate the land. So these are the games which are being to usurp us of our properties. The same game has gone on. I had the privilege of fighting a similar case in Pendra Road, and there I came across the same situation over there. The mission lands declared over there are on leasehold. I challenged that and I went to the revenue department at Bilaspur and found out, and I wanted to obtain some certified copies of the lands, particularly of Pendra Road, which were being examined by me, but I am really surprised to say that none of the records were available in the record office. I tried to find out here and there, but of course I didn't have much time. We didn't make much headway into obtaining those documents. So this is the alarming situation where 15,440 acres of purchased land has turned suddenly into a leased land. And then the leased are being cancelled most arbitrarily, and then is being taken away from us. The government is taking in possession and selling it to other parties. This is a big scandal which I am determined to unearth the whole details over there. Another alarming thing what I have come across is, it is not the government offices, it is not the BJP government that is against me, it is not the RSS that is opposing me, but it is the same very Christians who have been made trustees of these lands. They are opposing me. They are not giving me any documents. I absolutely stonewalling the whole issues. I don't know what the intention is. And if we make a proper representation to the government, of course they will be bound to open up the whole records, find out where the documents went missing, and then we can go in and declare all this land back as our own property. I am going to get nothing out of it. But yet all my Christian colleagues are opposing me. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know how far we are going to go in such a manner, but the scandal is obvious. I have given you a story of the Madhya Pradesh. I have given you a story of Penda Road, which I had the privilege of personally pursuing it. Then what I am practically facing today at the Gas Memorial Center, all these lands belong to us. They are our private property. We seek the cooperation and understanding of the Christian community. These missions, UCMS and so many, there are hordes of them. They should at least respond to us, give us the original documents. Ultimately, you are sitting in America, you had purchased it, somebody is sitting in Germany, somebody is sitting in France. So you give us the documents when you had purchased us, make it available to us so that we can reinstate their authority, reinstate the ownership of those lands properly and give it to Christian institutions for a proper use. So this is what all I have to say. Now coming back to Dagadkhedi, what I had been talking about, this is a village in Madhya Pradesh, Khargone district. Over there the same scandal they are not Christians, they are tribals. This scandal has taken place in Madhya Pradesh in Khargone district. And the government can make the records of an entire tribal village disappear, declare the farmland as government land, and instead of correcting it, today they are trying to put the blame on the Christian community that we are indulging in religious conversions and the lands are being taken away. So this is a big scandal which I think everybody should rise to the occasion and strengthen my hands. I know people for ages, for 70, 80 years, you have been able to do nothing to rectify these records. If someone is taking up this issue and trying to solve this problem, it becomes the bounden duty of every Christian, whether in India or abroad, and all those lease and property document holders, they should come forward on their own, make those documents available so that we can fight a proper legal battle and leave something for our coming generations. We can rebuild our institutions. This is all I have to say. I wish you all a very happy day and look forward to your cooperation.